I'm not going to try and impress you with some long, super intellectual lead. Her name is Victoria Leongero, but it's just easier to say Lola, and it is so much prettier. Hafa day.
Hafa day.
Happy Mes Chamorro. Biba Guam.
Biba Guahan. Biba Mes Chamorro.
And thank you to you for everything that you're doing at UOG Press now, which is why you're here tonight. And you guys are putting out a talent call, as I understand it.
That's correct.
I love those.
Yeah, we're about to start some huge book projects, one of which is making textbooks for the schools. And so we need an incredible array of writers, editors, graphic designers, photographers, illustrators, and even translators to help us in the bookmaking process. And so we have a talented pool right now, but we thought, you know, with this new year and with all these big projects coming up, we really wanted to open it up to the community and see who's out there and really see if they'd be interested in helping to make some of these books with us. So, you know, a lot of people think of books and just think of the writing component, but we have a lot of opportunities for work with compensation for, you know, talented artists in our community, whether they be illustrators or painters, whatever medium, we can definitely use artwork for most of our publications. And then in terms of photography, I know that there's such an incredible selection of local photographers out there.
There is no shortage of amazing photographers on this island.
Exactly. And so, you know, we're looking for really any kind of talent that you can offer. You know, the call is open until March 30th. And the idea is that we would establish a pool. And so when some of these books come up, we're asking people to submit their letter of interest that explains sort of their background and what they've done, but also a portfolio with at least 5 samples of their work. And so we would take a look at people's work samples and see, based on the project, you know, who would be a good fit. And like I said, there's always opportunities because we're doing books pretty much every month. We're working on a few books at a time, and so there's lots of opportunity to, you know, get your work out there in new ways through publications.
And I know everybody thinks these days everything's about Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram stories and everything. If you still have a literary project, and as you said, you know, very fittingly, in any capacity, you could be an indexer, you could be the person who helps, you know, with the typesetting or the binding. That's actually a really good thing to have on your LinkedIn profile.
Absolutely. And so
companies do not look past that. That's a very valuable skill.
It is, definitely. And, you know, just to give a little bit more background about UOG Press, for those who may not know a lot about our publications, in the last 3 years, we have published and helped publish over 20 books. And these books vary from Chamorro language children's books to history books to an incredible collection of photography and information about Ritidian or Litexan. We've helped to support, you know, organizations that are, you know, sharing information about, for example, we helped with the War Survivors trilogy of books. And so there's a lot of opportunity, and the projects that we have coming, for example, we're about to launch a updated version of the Best Tracks of Guam. We're working on this huge textbook project. We have a few children's books in line. We have an updated Chamorro Legends book. So there's so much exciting opportunity. And, you know, these are the kinds of books that, you know, hopefully will last for a very long time and be passed down. And so for artists and writers and editors in our community, this is really an opportunity to take your work and really put it into the community and watch it grow and watch it help, you know, create more knowledge and more literacy within our community. So I really hope that, you know, all of our talented people, we have so many talented people here in Guahan, if you could please, you know, reply to our call. You can find more information about our call both on Instagram and Facebook by looking for UOG Press. But, you know, the best way is, of course, just email us, which is victorialola@triton.uog.edu or simply uogpress@uog or triton.uog.edu. And you can also visit us on our website, which is www.uog.edu/UOG Press, and the call for talent will all be posted there.
So basically, in summary, boys and girls, if anybody out there, especially you youngsters, think print is dead, come and talk to Lola. She's got a pretty convincing case that it is alive and well, and very much so.
Very alive. And so to celebrate sort of how alive our publications are, this month we're doing a book a day giveaway challenge. That's a tongue twister. But yes, our book a day giveaway challenge is happening on our Instagram and Facebook pages, which again can be found by just looking for UOG Press.
So to do a book a day, you're using the ultimate book these days, which is Facebook.
Yeah. Yes. And so every day we post either a quote or an excerpt from our publications that use the Chamorro language, and we're really trying to promote Chamorro literacy during Mes Chamorro. So the challenge is to, translate these quotes that we share. So we're sharing stanzas from poems. We're sharing excerpts from our Chamorro children's books. We're also going to be sharing excerpts from some of our history books, because in this challenge we actually discovered that almost all of our publications use the language in one form or another. Even our completely English publications still use Chamorro words or teach Chamorro values or concepts. And so we thought this is a really wonderful way to celebrate Mes Chamorro, is to share all this knowledge contained in these books through social media, and then of course hope that people will access these books a lot more. And so there's 2 winners a day, one on Facebook, one on Instagram, and there's still many more days in March. And so if you want to learn more about the Chamorro language, please tune into these challenges, because as people are translating what we post, there's a lot of discussion going on about words and the use of the words, which is also really exciting on our end, because when someone writes something in Chamorro, it means something very special to them. But then when someone reads it, as we know as writers, your writing is always going to be received in many different ways that mean something different to the reader. And so through this Book a Day challenge, we're kind of seeing that happen, because as people translate, you can see all the different interpretations of our words.